All right, we're looking forward to not just football, but also in the fall. We have the holidays coming up. Lucy has another perfect holiday-themed treat for us today.
Lucy, I told you at the beginning of the show, you are making me look really good with my family, like I know what I'm doing, although I will tell you in the kitchen last night with that stir fry, it got a little crazy sometimes. I told Bella I might step back. I'm going to town here with the stir fry.
Stir fry can be a little crazy because it's high heat and everything happens quickly, which is perfect for weeknights.
Right.
But, I'm glad that everybody liked it.
Yeah, so this is like my third or fourth recipe that has now become a staple in my list of things that I can cook quickly during the week. So I'm excited to do pork tenderloin too this morning because this is one of Robbie's favorites, and you're using one of the things that he also really likes, and that's honey.
Yes, I love pork tenderloin. It's another quick cooking thing. You can feed a lot of people with it, and I've used honey on the show before. I love honey. I use it when I cook. I use it in tea. I use it in everything. And honey is super hot right now. I mean, everyone
it's the thing to do.
It's a thing to do. And our stores sell this awesome local honey. I've used it before. It's Charlie's Honey. They're from Sims. His wife Jan. They do everything themselves. And actually, I met up with them yesterday. They gave me a present for the baby.
Oh, that's so
I know,
sweet.
they're so sweet. So I always love when I get to see them in our stores, and it's just super great product. All honey is not created equal. So, and they always say, you know, to use one local. Because everything in there is going to help, you know, help your body fight off any bad stuff. So this one is a really great one. So you can look for it in our stores. It's delish.
Do you remember the last time you made pork tenderloin, what you told me you do with your husband?
Yeah, and I always think about that because
I do too, every time we made pork tenderloin.
I like to trick Spiro, and I always cut things really thin and small, so that way it looks like he's getting a lot.
She told me that. I'm telling you, every time pork tenderloin comes up at the grocery store, I think of you making this for Spiro.
Yes.
So I love that.
It's a good trick when you're trying to feed a lot of people. So cut everything thin, and then everybody thinks that they're getting a lot.
Agreed.
So what we can do is get started. I just have one in here, and a lot of our stores sell them in a 2-pack, which is awesome. It's a great value, and they're about 1 1/4 to 1.5 pounds each. So I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and this is really simple marinade here. And then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, which I love to use when I'm cooking. And then what we're really going to flavor it up with is this fresh rosemary. So I have a couple tablespoons of fresh rosemary that I just chopped up really fine. And a lot of people grow this in their yards. It's an herb that is super hardy, so it's really easy to grow. And then half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and then just about 1/8 of a teaspoon of some cayenne pepper here. And you can marinate this. I just like to do it in a Ziploc, but you know, whatever you like to do, for up to 24 hours. Or if you don't have that much time, like today, I'm just going to let it sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll get it in the oven. You could, of course, grill this if you want to, but we're going to cook it in the oven today, 450. So it'll get nice color on it. And it's only going to take about 25 or 30 minutes to cook. Yeah,
I remember you talking to me about marinating pork loin, and again, you said you can do it the night before and let it sit until the next day, or you can, I mean, if you're in a rush, you can let it sit for maybe 30 minutes, an hour, and of course it won't have as much flavor, but it will work.
Right, it'll definitely work, and especially when we're using these bold flavors like Dijon and rosemary, and that's kind of another trick if you don't have a long time to let something marinate, you know, punch it up with some flavor. So, and then the pumpkin and the honey is going to come in later when we make our glaze.
All right. Well, again, you can get all of these ingredients, of course, at Greer's. You can pick up this honey at Greer's as well, and you don't have to walk into the store. All they have to do is order it online. You're ready to go.
Yes, Greers.com/shop will take you to our curbside pickup and delivery options.
Oh, I have to tell you too, I don't know, I think I have seen you since the hurricane, since Nate came in. I have to give a big thanks to Lucy too, because we ended up buying a generator pretty last minute, just in case we needed it. We needed to get one anyway. And the great thing about Greer's is that not only can you pick up stuff we won't need hopefully generators now that hurricane season is winding down. But the Ace Hardware is right in the middle of the store. If you need stuff like that, going in for groceries, you can stop in at the Ace Hardwares too and pick up stuff for the house.
Yep, you got yours at Cottage Hill, and Kathy could have gotten hers in Bay Minette.
Yes, she could have.
Because we have our Ace there in Bay Minette and here in Cottage Hill. So we got the Bird Girls covered.
Right, we're covered. We're good to go. Thank goodness. We're going to continue to work on the pork loin here. Of course, we're going to make our pumpkin topping coming up with Joe. Joe, I know you're really happy to have Lucy because you haven't seen her, I don't think, in some time.